Hello Pack, welcome back to a new year. This week we are going to be attempting to prepare for our Mexico house build. We have 7 days to get everything ready. Now we love a good challenge on this channel, like renovating an abandoned hunt camp, operating heavy machinery, and tackle big construction jobs. So we've done plenty of projects in our time, and generally we're able to get the ball rolling. But we did something a little crazy. We bought land in Mexico to build our dream home from the ground up ourselves. And spoiler alert, we had no idea what we were signing up for. Everything is a lot different here in Mexico, and we want to learn the Mexican way. From learning how to get materials, getting an excavator, to navigating a new culture, and realizing we might have underestimated just how much we don't know about this style of construction. But after all, we're Jazz and Crystal, and this is what we live for. So we've talked to the locals, builders, engineers, architects, and read a bunch of forums. And we've put together a plan so we can build this concrete house. And the only way to start is, well, to start. All right. Let's see how it goes.
Hola, welcome back to our land here in Mexico. We've got another very exciting week ahead of us. Last week we made some amazing progress on the land. We cleared the entire half acre by hand with machetes and with the help of our Mexican machete men. By the end of last week, we ended up with an enormous pile of brush to be cleaned up, and we were asking ourselves how the heck we were gonna do that. Well, Philemon is truly amazing, so grateful to have him. He secured us an excavator operator and the machine, as well as a truck. So they're gonna take all this brush away today, and this is gonna be opened right up.
Things are done differently here in Mexico, obviously. In order to find an operator and a machine, you have to, one, either know someone like Philemon and make connections by talking around to the locals and other people, or two, funny enough, what you do is you go to the side of the road, and when they're done work, you work out a deal and you have them come to your land. We tried that method last week, and well, it didn't work out too well. We even were in contact with WhatsApp. However, still super grateful that they messaged us saying that they just got held up on work that day. Another thing is that machine, you cannot just rent the machine. Well, not to our knowledge at least. So having this machine here is amazing because, well, I didn't know if it would ever come, but Philemon has been taking care of us and just getting everything done so extremely well. There's the truck. It has gone, and that is our first load of brush. They estimate around 4 loads that we have here of a full dump truck load. Load number 2 is gone.
Not only are they clearing away the brush, they're gonna help us open up the road. They're actually gonna come into the property and kind of flatten it out and remove lots of the really large trunks back there. I can't wipe the smile off my face because this is just such good moves happening so quickly. Last week was great. I have a really good feeling about this week as well.
Are they best friends or are they best friends?
Yeah, they're best friends, but I think that machine's my best friend. A couple of fun words to learn for the week. La retro excavadora y la camioneta.
I'm still trying to figure out how to ask, can I try your machine? I'm not sure I'll get it.
4 truckloads later, hello.
Looks so good.
It looks amazing.
Incredible.
So this is now open. We now have a giant opening to enter into our property, which means trucks and materials can get in a lot easier. This is our road in front of our property. It's opened up completely to the other end of the property line, which means we can drive down here and we can, this is an endless opportunity to have access to the land the way that we do now. And with those 4 truckloads, we took away all of that brush, so it no longer exists, and you can see this nice open piece of terrain.
Desert dust.
Desert dust.
Eat my dust.
Eat my dust. Anyway, it's so open, it's so cleared. I'm so happy the brush is gone. We're not left looking at it. All of that hard work, and all that's left are the plants we plan on keeping and eventually moving into garden areas, and it's looking a lot more buildable.
Now that the brush is cleared away, we are going to head out and try to knock off this material list. But first, we're gonna make a pit stop.
Hi, Stu.
This is Stu. Stu from Canada.
Hey,
This is
Stu
sick.
from Canada.
They're working on a septic.
Looks amazing.
Okay, well, we'll let you be. We came to check out your septic and your fence.
Thank you so much for coming, finally.
I know. We keep saying we're coming.
Came here to look at the fence, but of course we got sucked into the septic.
Yeah. Stu, we're like good buddies with Stu now.
Yeah, Stu's awesome.
We're sharing all our
We've been
contacts.
sharing contacts. It's so nice to like be making friends here. Also, like Philemon is like our porter and Larry here.
Yeah.
He's just been so helpful.
And then we gave his number to Stu. That's gonna be us soon on a
It's gonna
septic.
be us so soon. I saw the concrete moving and I got really excited because that's gonna be us very soon.
Yeah.
But speaking of fences, this is what we're here to look at.
Yeah, so it's just like nice and tight.
Nice and tall, nothing can come in. And of course you can imagine there'd be plants one day or
Yeah.
however you choose to design it. But we wanna do this, so let's do it.
Okay, back on track. And our first stop is Romex, which is a small chain of hardware stores in Mexico that we're gonna be spending a lot of time in.
Este tiene menos de las 2 toneladas. Este tiene 2 toneladas.
We're asking a lot of questions at the desk that I don't think they get asked much. Like how many cubic feet are in your concrete bags? To the back of the warehouse we go. It's in kilograms.
He said that's mortar.
Oh,
He said this is what we need. Maybe we want this small bag.
yep, that's the fencing we need. Such great help. Turns out that multiple small bags of concrete are more expensive than a big bag. Gracias, Michelle. We did it!
We did it.
1 hour later.
We're getting like 2 tons of cement delivered. We were gonna get it in bags, but it doesn't make sense because it's so many bags.
And it was half the price to get the,
Yeah.
right?
So yeah, it's a discounted price. They're gonna deliver it
But wait, when does it come?
today.
I have no idea what I would do without Crystal and this Espanol. Not even that, but also like, this is just so different to what we're used to. Like, we work in wood over here.
We're getting wood deliveries. Now we're getting cement deliveries. Things have changed.
We've been told there's a carpinteria down the road, AKA our lumberyard. This is wood harvested from the mountains here in Mexico and brought down to the coast. A whole new experience for us and a new connection to be made. Gracias, Pablo.
16 feet. If you get these and they're 16, 8, and then you put 2 feet in the ground, that only leaves you at 5 feet, which is like this low. That was the sweetest experience. This little Pablo lives in this little casita, selling wood. He's got an old vintage red Ford truck. Just a nice old man.
Of course, we have to go to the bank.
Yeah, he's not accepting card.
You just got a WhatsApp notification. The cement's already on its way, Chris. We gotta turn around. The bank has to wait.
There is so much happening today. We show up to Romex, we place an order for a almost 2-ton bag of cement, and it is delivered the same day. So exciting. First delivery to the land. This is exciting, babe.
This is unreal.
2 tons of cement. To think we were gonna buy a couple bags today. We did it. We have our first delivery to the property. Jasmine and I did that.
Took all day.
We have almost 2 tons of cement in this big bag. That's what they call it here, actually. Big bag.
Even in the system.
So, get to work, ladies. Love it.
Oh, it's pretty hard.
It's pretty hard.
We should probably empty out the back of our truck so we have room for the lumber. But we need to go to the bank first, right? There is no credit card there.
Like every dog owner, we love Bella and Izzy so much, and we do everything we can to keep them as healthy as possible. Getting them outside for adequate exercise and feeding them the best food we can possible. Can you tell? Sundays belongs on this shelf of health. A few reasons why we love Sundays: it's real food. The ingredients list is all things that you know and love and that could very easily be on your grocery list. It's human grade ingredients that are broken up into small, shelf-stable pieces, air-dried, that taste and smell delicious. I can even say that when I do open the bag, I almost want to taste it. It's shelf-stable, there's no refrigeration required, no prep, no mess, convenient, and we made sure to load up before we went to Mexico. For all of their recipes, they use the same formula: 90% meat, 10% superfoods, and 0 fillers. I truly don't think there's anything better for our pets than whole food ingredients, real food, and if you'd like to try it, well, if your dog would like to try it, you can click the link in the description. You'll get 50% off if you use code Vanwives.
I can't say we've ever walked the streets of Mexico in this attire before.
Everything's cash, mostly, and it's a little bit like the olden days, so kind of just brings you back, you know?
Success, everyone, success. All right, I got the okay. We're back to get the special mountain wood. Because as you would guess, there is no wood where we live, down here by the ocean.
We successfully went to the lumberyard for the first time in Mexico. We went to the carpinteria, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it, and
That's where you get your lumber!
that's where you get your lumber. We are looking to build a fence and we are looking for some specific type of wood, but overall when you're looking for anything here, there's usually a specific place or store to get it. It's not like you just pop your head into Home Depot and they have everything.
Well, you can do that.
You can do that, but it's really not the way to do it.
And it's so far.
And it's very far away. So going into these little, like that was the best experience.
Yeah, and this wood is like for this area, so we'll explain more about like why it's the best. Like you don't want to just go get a pressure treated 2x4.
No, there's a lot of benefits with choosing what the locals choose and doing what they do. So, a win for us.
We look so funny. I've never seen the truck look like this with a low venture.
Oh yes, drive slow.
It's also really cool to be doing this with all of you and like sharing and teaching and learning together, because we also have no idea what we're doing here. So to be able to talk to locals here and then go on Google and read like blogs and then put it to actual life is just really cool. And I'm happy we get to share it.
It wouldn't be the full picture and the whole process if we didn't show you how it's actually going. Because so much of our time right now is just figuring out how things work, where to go, who to talk to, and it's
What things are called.
what things are called. It's
Like-
all part of the process.
Like crystal's fluid in Spanish, but
I don't
let's
know
be
any
real.
of this
yeah.
language.
Thank God concrete's easy. Concreta.
Concreto.
Oh,
Cemento.
should we just put them in piles where they need to go when we do the fence?
100%.
Future Jazz and Krista will definitely thank us.
We've got the wood, we've got the cement, we got the fence. Now we're just falta la agua. We need the water. So with this beautiful sunset, that will be a tomorrow task. But we're fairly close.
Dawn of a new day, and we started by measuring our property for our engineer. Nice work attire. Where are you going? We then met with Philemon to go over the plans of a future build, signed the contract, and sent the first payment.
Sent.
It's official!
Official first payment for blocks.
Blocks, center blocks. I'm smiling from ear to ear over here.
We're gonna use our new tools to dig a whole bunch of holes to create a fence around the perimeter of our property. Well, half of it. And if I haven't mentioned this yet, just like how we cleared the land, we're building this fence manually. Ain't no power tools around here.
We did try to get an auger. Our holes have to be 2 feet deep. Well, not 2 feet exactly, but we're going a little extra engineered over here. I'm like Clementine.
You are not like Clementine.
I did learn that you want to pre-soak each area you're digging a hole with water. but we don't have water yet.
Oh my god, we need water, babe.
Maybe it's coming.
Because none of this is coming out.
That's what that's for though. And then
No. This doesn't grab for no reason.
put your head down and dig, girl. Right about now is when we regretted not having that auger. Just look how easy it would have been.
That tool is great.
Yeah. You got it.
Oh, that's a rock.
You caught it or you got it?
Caught it. Caught a big one. It's a good hole, Jazz.
I think Riley's right. Once you're an operator, you're allergic to shovels.
We'd be absolutely lying if we weren't spending every second thinking about our dear clementine. I think we might just have to go have a look at some Mexican clementines. We want to like clean up this area. We want to like move rocks.
Zapatas to build.
We want to
dig footers.
dig footers. We want to move all these plants. We're starting to think that like if we think about this now, because we know that Jazz and Crystal down the road eventually we're going to have a small machine. Why not just do it now? So that way, anyways, let's just go look because there's a lot of work to be done here. We've got a house to build.
For sale.
We've got a lot of shovels for sale, she says. No, but for reals, we do have a lot of work to do, and so much of it is going to be with the machine, and we can't always be calling on them.
Like, look what arrived.
Okay, y'all.
Look what just arrived while we were out.
This is 10,000 liters of water. This will be a future cistern on our property. However, for now, we're keeping it right here in this level area. It is completely filled to the top, 10,000 liters of water, and we are gonna use it for construction because you need water to make concrete and for cement, and for everything else we're actually gonna be doing here, we're gonna need this.
Except for drinking.
The water is trucked into town here, so they take it from a local reservoir and they bring it to the areas where people aren't connected to the city water. No one really has wells down here in Mexico. There's no dug wells or drilled wells. You could be digging for a long time before you would find even a drop of water out here. So most people, like actually everyone, has a cistern in the ground. There's different methods of cisterns you can build here. We're very excited to build one soon. However, they also have miniature ones of these that are a couple 100 liters that they also put on their roof, and you have them filled up, and that's the water that you use for your home or your household. So things are just very different down here, and every day is a discovery, and today we discover the water jug.
It's been a couple hours since we saw you all because we messaged our architect, but we like to call him our consultant because he answers 21 questions for us a day. So nice.
So nice.
Philemon! And he taught us the Mexican way because you can't get an auger here for more than, they say 10 days, but it could even take longer. And an auger really only has one purpose, and that's just to dig holes. So we're gonna do the Mexican way. And that is with a rotary hammer. We have our 2 new bits and our rotary hammer. So I'm gonna go on chisel mode and it's gonna break up the soil around me because we have very hard soil here.
Harder than most areas because oftentimes it's just sand. Ours is actually quite compacted, which is good when it comes to building, but it does make it hard just using a shovel. So the whole idea behind this rotary hammer is just to loosen it up, break it up. If there are any stones, get them out of the way.
We're making way.
I totally understand why they use this now, because the ground is essentially really small gravel and dirt mix, and it's so compact that you do need a little bit of pressure to break it up. I get why they're using it.
The 1 foot's easy to get, it's the 2 foot. Philemon told us a place that we ourselves can rent an excavator and be the operators. Last time I spoke to you all, I said that wasn't a thing because everyone told me around here it's not a thing. But in the big city, Cabo Wabo, it's a thing. And you get a kitty cat. Yeah, after that tip, we headed right there to look at all these kitty cats for rent and for purchase. Had to call Porter to tell him it'd be a cat just like his. We did it! If you want to rent a machine and be your own operator, this is the place.
I'm so happy.
I'm so happy, I cannot wait. It comes mañana at 11 a.m.
Watch the clouds open up tonight. Saw the shadows fade away. I'm letting go of yesterday. Feeling brand new.
We got a kitty cat. We didn't just get it to make a fence, y'all. We got it for a lot of reasons. Look at this place. It's nice. We gotta clean it up. 1 supervisor, 2 supervisor. A nice cloudy day means supervisors are on site today.
We've missed our supervisors.
I got this feeling, yeah, I think my day has finally come. There's no denying that there's magic in that morning sun. Good things are coming my way. Now I know it was worth the wait. Can't shake this feeling, yeah, I think my day has finally come. My day has finally come.
5 holes in less than 30 minutes. I cannot believe how hard the ground is. Solid, literally solid. Those aren't our supervisors. Hola, perros!
It's so funny that when we were talking about doing projects here, I was like, it's gonna be so easy. It's just sand. I thought it was gonna be a breeze and we'd have no problem digging down with a shovel. Well, was I ever wrong? The entire ground is so compacted that it's like digging through stone. I never expected that at all. Actually, everything that I thought would be one way, everything is always the opposite way so far here. It's such a learning process.
My day has finally come. My day has finally come.
So you can't even get a full bucket with this excavator. We have a 3-ton excavator and we can't even get a full bucket. It's so hard, we're like scraping. And when we had rented the excavator, they said to us, if you wear down the teeth, you have to replace them. And I was like, wear down the teeth? Like, I've never worn down teeth, like really ever. And it turns out we might wear down the teeth because you are just scraping at very hard, compacted stone ground. Anyways, we are able to get through it and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 holes dug, which is amazing. However, it's just not going the way I thought it was. So I just needed to tell you that it's taking way longer and it's very, very hard, which is great when it comes to building, but much harder when it comes to digging.
My day has finally come. My day has finally come.
I just noticed that on the excavator, we're missing a pin that holds the bucket in, and I'm making sure I didn't lose it in all those piles of dirt. So I have, obviously you take photos and videos when you get something. That's it, right? Yeah, there's no pin in it.
Yeah, no, there's no pin.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll just give it a hammer? Or?
Yeah, for now.
Without this pin, we run the risk of the bucket loosening and falling off. However, if we keep an eye on it or we find something to jimmy rig it, like if we were at home and we had all of our, all of our nuts and bolts and nails and stuff, we could bend something into place, but we'll have to just keep an eye on it for now.
No, you're all gonna see a lot of things because, to be honest, we film like 3 videos at a time out here because we're learning and we want to make the best video for all of you. So kind of close your eyes or just look at me and the reciprocating saw, please. Hell yeah.
Perfect. That'll work good.
Hell yeah. That's what we do in the woods, because guess what? Town's too far.
Okay, we've dug almost the entire first side. We have tons of beautiful, deep holes to put fence posts into. However, these holes are big in diameter. We really only need about 10 to 12 inches to put the fence posts in them and then to pour the concrete in. So we're brainstorming about how we're gonna create our own concrete forms around these fence posts that are much smaller than these holes we have dug with the excavator. But we do need some sort of concrete form, so we're gonna have to DIY one as there are no sonotubes available. We went to Home Depot and we looked everywhere we could and they're not anywhere to be found. So we need to create something out of something. We need to MacGyver something. We need to get super creative and make some sort of concrete form that's gonna hold our fence post in the ground. So my brain's been going all day as I'm sitting here on the truck trying to think about, is it gonna be like a 10-inch PVC pipe? Is it gonna be a Home Depot bucket? Is it gonna be 2 Home Depot buckets? Is it gonna be made out of wood? Today's a big deal because we may have secured the sonotubes we've been looking for weeks. We've gone to every hardware store, we've looked everywhere, we've asked a whole bunch of people. The other day when we were out for a walk, Jasmine saw them being used underneath of a shipping container.
I was gonna go ask them where they got them, but they weren't home.
But instead we asked Philemon, which is our architect, but he's way more than an architect.
I feel like she's just our project planner, life planner.
He's like our project manager now.
Anything that we need, she's got.
He has helped us so much. We're so grateful for his help. He's taught us a lot too. Like, I'm so grateful.
And I think it's necessary to have someone like Philemon when building in Mexico. They just, yeah.
It's so different. So we're going to where potentially they can order them in for us.
No, they can order them in. They might, it's potentially they might have them.
They may have them in store.
But we need to pay for them.
If not, we'll be able to order them in, and I'm pumped to be able to have sonotubes for this project.
I'm also pumped just to see the store because I really like, I don't know, there's something about going to like a huge construction store. Like, remember when we figured out Aero Construction in Halifax?
Just learning.
We were like, hell yeah.
Where to secure the materials.
Yeah. So that was easy to secure. We just Googled it. Just like Google it. This is a cool store. Jackpot. We're gonna need these very soon. I need to walk every aisle in this store. And of course, Crystal found the book with machines for sale. Okay, enjoy the tour of the store.
Sonotubes secured.
They come on Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's Monday?
It's Monday, they come Wednesday.
Quick turnaround.
Pretty sweet. Slippery Ken?
Hands.
What's she drinking? We don't drink Kool-Aid in Mexico.
Dieselina. And before y'all come at me, this is diesel, and I understand it's in a red container, and I understand it's super illegal in Canada and America to store diesel in your red tank. It's gotta be yellow. But I'm not in Canada or America. I'm in Mexico.
This is what we got.
That's what we got. Could have bought a clear one too. A little tooth check. I now understand why the person who dropped it off kept saying, don't break the teeth.
We're trying to get the holes dug all the way around the back part of the property and the right side, and we want to dig them all as soon as possible so that way we can give the machine back and we don't have to rent it for any longer than we need it. So if we can get all of these holes dug within, hopefully today, then we're smooth sailing and we can move on to the next step.
There's the rock! Every time I do the first dig, my brain's like, oh, this is gonna be so easy. It's like the first foot, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, boom! I'm like, this is gonna be the hole where it's just nice. This is gonna be it every single time.
The first foot and a half, maybe, is like dusty, dirty, and then it's like rock.
Crystal's taking a turn down the excavator. Obviously our holes look more like baby trenches as they're like this long, but that's just what happens when you do dig with an excavator because we can't get an auger here. I don't even know if an auger would technically work, and we really just want this living wall to last. I don't want to have to like redo things. I'm even doing Sosugi band, everyone. So like, I want this thing to last. I don't want to do it again. So that's why we want to make sure we're getting it at least like 2.5 feet in the ground. And even in the 3.5 ton, it's incredibly hard to dig even 2.5 feet.
Like as far as you have?
Yes, yeah. I don't think I could even, it's not strong enough. I was wondering, I was like, there's no one has like a really, like an acre is like the biggest lot you can really.
Like why do they have these huge machines?
These massive machines, you can't hit like certain plants. Like,
now we know.
Now I know, all right. It's because the ground is just way too hard and you need a very strong machine. Look, It's rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just layers and layers of rock. Like the sand has like compacted so much it's created stone. Looks
Obviously
great.
we lose like a 1.5 feet, but this is gonna be all plants and beautifulness anyway, so I don't really care.
Is that like a little napping spot?
Yeah. Come here and hide.
All right.
Isn't it kind of funny we thought we'd have the living wall completed this week? As we finished digging our holes, we got the last of our list checked off. Sand and gravel delivered, which is the final component to make concrete. We started this week not knowing where to even begin, but now look at this. We've got a completed list, made connections, secured materials, digging on our land, and learning the Mexican way. It's time to start the building process. There goes Crystal, walking our cat home. She said she wanted a cat. Well, she got one.